Hello and welcome back to Leeds United, where the FIFA World Cup has indeed happened and we are now through that to Boxing Day and games will resume. No games to get caught up on, but of course, World Cup to talk about, and Germany won it. Now, I'm not going to go into their team, but I think because of the name fix, Germany's national team has also been fixed as well, which might have been an unintended side effect of that. They beat Portugal, they knocked out England in the semis. England finished fourth because they didn't even beat the Netherlands. You can see it there, actually. That's actually the top four, basically. A Saudi Arabian got the golden boot. This man scored the most goals in a FIFA World Cup. Right, so I should scout him. He's 2.5 stars. He's 22. He might have potential. Weghorst and Luis Suarez got the second and, equal second. But yeah, Saudi Arabia made their way to the quarterfinals. And that's about it for the interesting things, if I'm completely honest. The only other major upset, as such, you may recall that both Satalo and Strike were in the World Cup for Croatia and Belgium respectively. Both of them got knocked out in the group stage by Morocco and Canada, which at the very least makes them fresher for us. So whilst that's a massive upset in the world football stakes, it's good news for Leeds. And of course we are on the verge of the January transfer window, so we do need to talk about that for a moment. I triggered a bunch of future free stuff that we negotiated deals for, and we've made our way up to 4.6 million effectively. I have my eyes on a 3.6 million release fee player. That's it, really. Without selling someone who's, listed, not a lot we can do about it. And whilst Liam Cooper and Ayling have price tags, I don't really want to lose them just because they are a homegrown club, and therefore, unless I get a homegrown club player in, getting rid of them serves zero purpose. Rodrigo, on the other hand, if he goes, not really too bothered. Of course, two things to note real soon is that Andre Santos' loan back to Vasco da Gama ends, so we'll have his services soon, along with the services of one Yusufa Makoko. That was arranged in the summer, completely forgot he won't be able to join until he is 18, which is thankfully something that is a thing now, so he will join in January for the remainder of the season, further allowing Rodrigo to go, of course, because he covers the same positions. Usually Dortmund have actually played him a few times. But we're playing West Ham and Chelsea today. It's a Made in London episode. So against West Ham with our full squad back in again, actually, and everyone seems to be relatively okay to do this. No one's got conditioning or tiredness from the World Cup because basically everyone was knocked out immediately. Meslier, Plattenhardt, Strike, Satalo, Christensen, Rocker and Adams, Aronson, Sinistera, Harrison and Bamford, who I am trying the false nine in. I've heard rumours it might be alright in this year's game. It might allow a little bit more link-up play. I don't know. I've tweaked a few instructions. It's mostly about mitigating the things that seem to be strong for AI at the moment. This is 10th v 11th, so it's very much a mid-table fight as well. In fact, actually, technically, West Ham are the stronger of the two teams here, because Chelsea is struggling. So whilst there has been an update to the skin overall, there was something updated or added to it since the last time you saw me. I don't know what that is yet. Clearly, it's not the font. I don't know if having advice underneath the statistics is a new thing on that left-hand side, but does mean I now have two sets of advice firing at me. I don't know if that was just something I'd missed beforehand, but it's Plattenhardt to give it to Sinistera, who turns nicely past Kufal. West Ham have sort of recovered to a point where Souček's tackled him. I mean, it's a rogue ball upwards. Plattenhardt back in was to Adams, who's found... Wow, that's a good run by Sinistera. Offside? Oh, I've now got the conditioning of the bomb. That is something that's different. That's what I wanted. Thank you. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to use this skin, because I miss having precision. And once again, I will say it, not having a percentage in regards to fitness is an absolute nonsense excuse. Sure, it might be a tiny bit vaguer than, 93, but still, Plattenhardt gets intercepted because apparently you can't just run with the ball anymore, so Tyler gets in the way of that. Bamford down to Adams, finds Rocker. That's Aronson through the middle. That's Aronson in the goal. You do love to see it. 20 minutes into this game, although I will say, I'm not 100% certain that the conditioning is actually updating as we rewatch Aronson smash that one in, because everyone 20 minutes into this game is still on 100/99%. But Aronson clearly onside as well. That's what we want to see from that position. That's what worked so well last year. Meslier, Rocker. It's interesting because this formation originated in FM20 before the CM attack was a thing. And weirdly, it kind of just got better last year because of the CM attack. But Plattenhardt now finds Sinistera again. I mean, that's Bamford through this time. We're finding the balls now. I don't know if they tweaked anything. I know there was a patch, but apparently that might just been to update Aston Villa's managers and things like that because of the sacking of Gerrard in real life. I guess for the full release, they actually want the updated database, which, fair enough. Bamford. But yeah, apparently that was the only thing. So nothing technically, I think, has been updated. And yeah, I can see the hearts are still going down, but these aren't changing. So whilst it's nice to have them, they clearly don't work. It's 2-0 now. We've nipped onto that one. Sinistera. Why is mentality on always very attacking? I keep changing that back. But West Ham yet to have a shot. We'll praise the lads going into half-time here, because 2-0 certainly enough to be doing that. West Ham with a free kick, which might lead to a chance, even if it's not a good one. Adams nicks in there, but no one to capitalise, unfortunately. Kufel finds Bowen. Bowen, oh god, Melee with a decent enough save. Palms it behind. He's at Newcastle beating Spurs, but this one's at home. What a win for Newcastle that was at the weekend, by the way. Love to see it. Souček inwards to Rice. Referee kind of in the way a little bit before Niles finds Skamaka, and it's a second shot in quick succession. Never mind, eh? But this might be the first game in which we're outdoing our XG in a while. I really wish there was a more positive I have faith in you version. Like the defensive one there sort of started the sentence right. It's like, keep going, I have faith in you. Whereas the midfield and attack, I had to say, you weren't that bad. I have faith in you. So, I think honestly 2-0, we can bring it down another notch. Rocker, oh, Souček, that's not gone spectacularly well. It's another header straight to them. Rocker tackles though on the edge of the box, and that was in prime. Is it a penalty territory? But it was a good tackle nonetheless. So that debate's not happening. I mean, Strike with a slightly heavy touch there just felt like another one of those. Can we cut that out of the game, please? Just people passing to evidently nowhere. Harrison's made a nice little run here. It's a good save by Areola, actually, who's playing for West Ham in this universe. Have West Ham in real life finally ditched Fabianski for Areola? I don't know. I feel like Fabianski's still going. Oh, it's actually updated the conditionings now. At half-time, I guess it did that. So it feels like Christensen at right back is the one most tired. Planning out to put the ball in. Aiming at back post now, just to see if that makes any difference. First 16 games wasn't exactly prolific at near post. So, Bowen now. Perhaps we can find a striker or someone at the very least who has got... Because someone just tackle Bowen, that'd be great. But yeah, someone who may have even better jumping reach than 16 to be the focal point could be something to do. Bowen, though. Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. Who was that who didn't even make an attempt to go towards him? I think it's Aronson, weirdly. He was all the way back, but not fully certain what transpired there. So Christensen, Drama. Harrison's not had a good game. Yasser Aspria there. Honestly, just those two, I think. Still praise, I think, at this stage. Might get a good response. It did. Oh no, the conditioning is updating now. Just took a while. This late in the day. Yeah, plan out for Firpo, Tyler Adams, Gagliardini, Rocker for Koch. Nice to have another left-footed DM, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can see this one out. We've not been fantastic in the second half. Oh, late, but 93 minutes on the clock. It's aimed vaguely at the back post. Sitalo's had a... Who scored? I'm not confident. I'm not certain who scored. Bamford? It's 3-1. It's counted. There was no VAR. It's counting. Sitalo gets this one. Does he get the second one? I think he gets the second one as well. But it's Bamford who ran off. It is Sitalo who scored. Blimey, he was like Cristiano Ronaldo leaping for the second one. I'll say penalty there, but didn't actually connect, thankfully. Emerson, Jr. Is this just going to be end of game highlight because we've scored on the verge of full time, so it's just sort of merging? Or they're actually going to have a chance here? Oh, they've scored. Well, it's a dramatic end, isn't it? Firpo takes the blame, and that might be marginally why you're not playing. Yep, that's... Well, I argue that's more Sinistera's fault for not paying attention. Correct score differential, but should have been 2-1, not 3-2. So we'll take the win, and we'll take the 1-goal margin. Chelsea lose again? Yeesh. Well, it's about time Sitalo scored from a set piece, in fairness, because he's only scored one from a corner, and that's it. 16 jumping reach, you'd expect more. Sorry, Trevor Chalobah has the third lowest minutes per goal. Haaland scoring 2 goals a game. We'll ignore that. Callum Wilson scoring 1 a game, but Trevor Chalobah, third? Zinedine Zidane has been surprisingly blasé about the importance of the upcoming match to his fans. I'll be honest, I wasn't fully certain of this rivalry when we started things, so... But yeah, Chelsea 13th, then Newcastle 2 days later. But the only good news here is, of course, that they're going to be playing the same schedule. So obviously it was a little bit too much to hope for our loanee to be back in time for this one, even though his loan has just ended. I guess he'll be back tomorrow. Certainly be available for the Newcastle game in 2 days. I honestly don't really feel the need to change the team, although Christensen with consistency 6.66 might open with drama, because he is on the yellow card warning, so if he serves it the next one, sure. Now, despite the fact my board and the supporters are requesting a draw from me, my team talk did very much put us down as the second choice team here, the underdogs. Chelsea are playing Ziyech in central midfield and Mason Mount as a winger. Zinedine, just a small bit of advice. Swap those two. Also maybe use one of the two left backs you have on your bench over Aspi there. But we'll take advantage of that if that's what he wants to do. Incoming Azpilicueta goal, I imagine. So irritatingly, we appear to have played West Ham ahead of some other people. And Thiago Silva has scored from a Mason Mount. Mason Mount takes their corners? That doesn't feel right either. I mean, great rise by Silva. It's perfectly placed. But that's now the 4th corner we've conceded, I believe, this season. It's not dramatic, but still feels like the highest. Actually, yeah, that's probably overtaken balls over the top as the highest reason for conceding. But it's Marvin Plattenharst's time to put a corner in. He's pinged out of the back post where Thiago Silva waits. Sinistera. I feel like SI have just nerfed corners this year for players. Because we scored 1 with a corner taker with 15 corner taking and 2 defenders with 16 jumping reach. We've scored 1 corner goal. Azpilicueta, though, to throw the ball to Jorginho. I mean, pretty certain this is inside. Oh, it's outside. Okay, good. Sorry, what? Oh, he was already booked. Right, so we know from experience, the thing to do here is this. I think, yeah, Sinistera can do that perfectly fine. Further right foot, of course. Well, a little bit of nonsense, never too far away in Football Manager. Didn't even see the resulting free kick after that as well. So we are somewhat exposed on the wings now, of course. I almost feel like not being too Volantes now. So we'll try and funnel them inwards as well. Because obviously that's where our players are. So if we can funnel them towards the middle, that should be more beneficial with the players we've got remaining. Ugh, not like that, we won't. I mean, if Christensen had eyes, that'd be great. We're sending off, though. Mount to put the ball in. Strike clears. Rocker heads on to no one. I wonder how many times I'm going to say heads on to no one. Plattenhardt with a fantastic tackle. Finds Bamford. I mean, Sinistera's there in the middle. That's one of the worst balls I've ever seen. Thankfully, Sitalo recovers from that nonsense. Christensen kicks it to Azpilicueta because why would you aim for someone in white? Please, for the love of God, can we give our players eyes? Because I'm fairly certain we should be able to differentiate between white shirts and blue shirts. That's a good ball. Sinistera's in. And he's messed it up. All he had to do was kick it one side or the other, and he tried to chip, and he's messed it up. So he's still got 2 substitution windows. Christensen nicks the ball off Sterling. Good work from Christensen. But I was worried he was putting himself in an awkward position there. Like that. Why? Why was that decision from Sitalo? Why has he done that? More importantly, why are neither of the defensive midfielders in range to pass to there? That's literally the point of having defensive midfielders, is to be the link between the central defence and the midfield and further forward. Well, we'll swap Sinistera with Gelhardt now. We'll swap Rocker with Gagliardini. We'll leave that for now. Oh, Bamford's actually really sorry, everyone just suddenly got really tired. Just sort of updated. Aspria, I think we'll swap Gelhardt as well. Firpo on for good measure, even though the best chance of getting back into this game is probably through a set piece from Plattenhardt, but never mind. Aspria back to Christensen. Gagliardini's taken that down nicely. It's ricocheted oddly. Ball's still in play. It's just been headed by anyone and everyone. Christensen with the final header to get it to someone actually on our side. Sitalo has decided to pass it to someone on our team. Always a good start. Strike back to Melier. Out left if you can, or do that. Aubameyang holds it up. And Ziyech is clean through because why would we not? Okay, well, balls over the top are now what the highest reason for us conceding. Again, I've literally got no more substitutions. Stop telling me to substitute, people. I can't. Apparently it's a tight offside. Nope, well on. That's Junior Firpo not having eyes again. So we've conceded 1 goal apiece in this game from both fullbacks not having eyes. And we conceded the 3rd goal by our central defender not having eyes and passing to them. 2 fullbacks who haven't spotted runs and a central defender who's passed it to the opponent. It's not a great advertisement for the match engine, this one. What? Why is it? What? I didn't even click anything. Oh well. Still ahead of Chelsea in the table because there's a 6-point gap between 10th and 11th. Oh, I need to rest the boys because we play in a day. The month's ticked over and we're up to 5 million as well. We are getting 500k a month in the transfer budget and I don't fully know why. Well, I'll rest everyone that isn't Cody Dramo because obviously he's suspended. As for when I see you again on YouTube, end of the transfer window in some fashion. Depends how quickly I get towards the end, whether it's going to be including the final games of the January period or the first games of the February period. And if anyone who's joined me whilst I've been recording here is a little bit confused, that's what's happening. Well, 1 win, 1 loss. We'll take it. It's 3 more points on the board and 3 points we'll take. Chelsea's still a Big Six team, even if they've underperformed this season. But if you enjoyed this episode, / want to commiserate with me, do like, comment, subscribe, help me out in that way. Until next time, farewell.